Hello everyone. Welcome to the new chapter in Science and Technology Part 1 Metallurgy. This is the first module of this chapter. Let us start with the learning objectives of this chapter. The objectives of this chapter are to make the learner to understand first the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Throughout this chapter, we are going to learn about metals especially and their properties. So to understand better, first we will be learning about the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. To learn about the reactivity series of metals, to gain knowledge about ionic compounds, to understand the relationship between the chemical reactions of metals in daily life and how to use them to solve various problems, to get introduced to various concepts of metallurgy, to understand the theory and applications of extraction of various types of metals. In this module, we will be learning a small introduction to this chapter, physical properties of metals, physical properties of non-metals, and flame test of metals. Let us go to the chapter. So let us get into the chapter. We know that Earth was born about 4.5 billion years ago. The Earth crust is made of approximately 25% of metals by weight, of which 80% are light metals. So the non-metals make up the rest of the crust. We know that there are various formative processes taking place in the core of the Earth and its surroundings. So this have resulted in the formation of various ores, liquids and gases. You know that metals are primarily found in the rocks that comes out as a lava. We know that you can see in the picture the convection of magma inside the earth crust. When the pressure increases, we know that due to volcanic eruption, it comes out as a lava. This is also a rich source of various types of metals. If we look at the substances around us, they are in the form of some or other elements or their compounds. So elements were classified in accordance with their physical and chemical properties into three main types. Those are metals, non-metals and metalloids. Let us begin with the physical properties of metals. The first one is about the physical state. We know that under ordinary temperature, metals stay in solid state, but there are some exceptions. Metals like mercury and gallium, they are liquid even at room temperature. You can see this is a metal of mercury. You can see it is flowing. From that we understand that this metal exists in liquid state. The same you can see with gallium as well. Both are liquid at room temperature. The next property is luster. What is luster? Light gets reflected from the cleaned or freshly cut surface of metal and the metal looks shiny. So this property is called luster. Metals do have this shininess. So this property is called luster of metals. Talking about the hardness, we know metals are very hard and not soft. But there are exceptions in this case as well. Sodium and potassium are very soft that can be cut using a knife. Ductility is another property of metal because of which they can be stretched and drawn into wires. So this property is called ductility. Due to this property only we can make wires, thin wires out of it, and it has lot of usage, we know that. Then the next property is malleability. The malleability is the property of metal due to which they can be converted into thin sheets, very thin sheets by hammering. Here you can see the two images. One is of a gold foil. You can see how thin it is, and also aluminium foil, which has a variety of usage in day-to-day life. These are possible by hammering the metals and making them into very thin sheets. This property is called malleability. Conduction of heat. Metals are good conductors of heat. We know that is why most of our cooking vessels that we are using are made up of metals. They conduct heat very well. Conduction of electricity. If you see, metals are very good conductors of electricity as well. That is why the wires that conduct current and the transformers, everything to transport current, we are using metal wires. Density. Metals are high in density. They are very thick, very heavy. They have high density. When we see the melting and boiling point of metals, obviously metals have very high melting and boiling points. Though metals can be melted, drawn into wires or made into thin sheets, they have to be heated up, melted and used. They have very high melting and boiling point. The other property that makes metal so special is its sonority. It means that when you ring a metal, it gives you a ringing sound. So if you see in some Buddhist temple, you can see some instrument like this where you will be used to strike it and it gives you a pleasant sound. Not only that, the bells in the temples that are also made up of metals, when you strike them, they give you a sound. So this property is only for metals. This property is called sonority, the property of which a metal when struck will give you a ringing sound. These are the properties of metals. Let us move on to the physical properties of non-metals. First, with the physical state, we know that at ordinary temperature, non-metals occurs in all the three forms. That is, you can see them as solids also, liquids as well as gases. In this picture, you can see this yellow substance is nothing but sulfur and this is diamond. These are all exist in solid and liquid. This is bromine and this is solid iodine crystal and various other gases that are non-metals which exist in a gaseous state. Then talking about luster, non-metals, they do not have luster except for few items, that is diamond and iodine crystals. Some of them are colorless while the other have different colors. And brittleness, solid non-metals are, even though they are solids, they are not strong. They are very brittle. Some non-metals are very soft. Exception is diamond. Diamond is the hardest natural substance known to man. Then ductility and malleability. The non-metals, they are neither ductile nor malleable. It is impossible to make them into wires or kind of sheets. It is not possible. They are very brittle and fragile. About conduction of heat and electricity, non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. That is why we use them as insulators in many cases. Density, non-metals have very low densities. They are very lighter. Melting and boiling points, non-metals, they have very low melting and boiling points. So exception are carbon and boron. Both melt at high temperatures. Children, we know that the substances that are good conductors of heat are usually good conductors of electricity as well. Similarly, bad conductors of heat are also bad conductors of electricity. But there is an exception. The exception is diamond. The diamond is a bad conductor of electricity, but it is a good conductor of heat. Metals are highly reactive. The metals lose electron easily and they become positively charged ions. That is why metals are called electropositive elements. Let us do a small activity to test chemical properties. That is a flame test we are going to do. For that we need a pair of tongs or spatula, knife, burner, etc. And we need samples of aluminium, copper, iron, lead, magnesium, zinc and sodium metals. How are we going to do that? We are going to hold the sample of each of the above metals at the top of the flame of a burner with the help of tongs or a spatula. This is how, this is a burner, and in the spatula we are going to hold various metal samples and see how it reacts with fire. When you expose all the metals to fire, they react differently. After exposing all, which metal catches the fire readily? If we see, sodium is the metal that will catch fire readily. So how does the surface of a metal appear on catching a fire? So when you see, the metal appears blackish on catching fire. What is the color of the flame while metal is burning on the flame? What is the color? How it changes the color of the flame? We'll see for each metal. First, when we are trying aluminium. So aluminium gives a silver white flame. When introduced to a flame, aluminium burns with silver white color. The next metal is copper. Copper gives a beautiful bluish green color flame. When you introduce copper in flame, you can see the color of the flame. It gives a beautiful bluish green color. Iron on introducing gives a orange brown colored flame. So iron metal gives a orange brown colored flame. The next is lead. Lead usually gives a blue or white. You can see both blue and white color flame. So lead gives either blue or white, sometimes a combination of blue and white also. The next is magnesium. We are having the practical, we will be performing it in the lab. When you burn the magnesium ribbon, thin strip of magnesium, it gives a bright white flame. As you can see in the image, magnesium gives a white color flame. Then about zinc, zinc also gives a bluish green color flame, but it is not as bright as copper. You can see the difference. You can see it gives a bluish green but a lighter shade. Then about sodium, sodium gives a bright yellow colored flame. So sodium metals on introducing to flame, it gives you a yellow colored flame. So these are the color of flames that we will be seeing through this activity. Let us compare the physical properties of metals and non-metals now. Metals are malleable where non-metals are non-malleable or brittle. They are ductile, that means they can be drawn into thin wires where non-metals lack that property. Metals are very good conductors of heat and electricity where non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. I told an exception, that is diamond. Metals are lustrous and can be polished. Non-metals, they are non-lustrous and cannot be polished. Metals are solids at room temperature except for mercury and gallium, where non-metals may be solid, liquid or gases at room temperature. The melting and boiling points of metals are very high, where non-metals have low melting and boiling points. All metals are very strong in nature, where non-metals are not strong, they are fragile. Generally, metals are hard except for sodium and potassium. Most of the non-metals are soft. Metals are heavy, where non-metals are light substances. Metals exhibit sonorous property, where non-metals are not sonorous. So children, in this module, we have learned about the physical properties of metals and non-metals and the flame test of metals. There is a lot more to learn about this chapter, which we will be seeing in the coming modules. Thank you.